What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we are here with some more Cricket 24 content for you guys. If you can't tell, I am still quite sick. The beard is starting to fill out though, which is nice to see, but we are going to be jumping into our 3-day match against Shepparton. So if you are new to the channel and want to keep seeing more, be sure to hit the subscribe button up in that corner of the screen, and be sure to give us a like down below. 1,000 likes on this video wins you a Virat Kohli bat. So get excited, get rowdy for that. And a few in the house here for today's game, and hopefully we can deliver some better form, I guess. And we really have been struggling with the bat this year. I am going to put my camera back up to the top of your screen, but we have been really struggling with the bat, and we do want to avoid continuing that form. So fingers crossed we can get some runs here. We still are yet to make a ton today, but we do feel a little better physically today, so that is always good. And I hope you can tell in my voice that I feel a little better physically, because yesterday was a nightmare for recording. But we have a huge game here. They are cruising okay, but it is going to be a lowish score, I would think. They still got a decent little knock, and we're going to be coming out at 5. So we are up the order. Average sitting at 41. Not our best average we've had, but it definitely isn't the worst. And Nurse comes in, and I really hate spinners. If you can't tell or haven't been watching, but we clipped that one away. 4 runs straight off the get-go, really. So Nurse now been hit for his first runs of his bowling spell. And we punched that one down to mid-off. Quite an impressive shot. If there was no fielder there, that is runs. And they have pushed him back there, so we might even target him again. Oh no. I hope I've hit that, because that would have been plum, I thought. But we are 4 of 3. Creswick is pretty impressive lately. 61 of 79. And we clip that one again, thankfully. But we aren't hitting the balls either, which isn't ideal. But we could be doing far worse than we are. We do have a silly mid-off, and that means I am not going anywhere near the offside with the cover drive. I have been burnt far too many times down there. And we did try and pinch a single, but then we realised Creswick would be on his bike if we didn't go back. So that silly mid-off I am not a fan of, and I am going to just keep nurdling it to the leg side until he is gone, and we will just leave that. No need to be a hero here, boys. We are just looking to improve that batting average. In Nurse comes for his 15th ball of the spell. We get bat on that, but it doesn't go anywhere. And we are getting dotted up. So we hit the 4 on the first ball, and it's been 6 dot balls since. Nurse been quite tidy here, really. And I have just played the wrong line there, and as you can see, poor shot choice. But yeah, and a maiden on the cards here for Nurse. We are going to try and nerdle probably is a better word, our way off strike. And I needed to not play the cover drive region shot, because I've been plucked in that spot so many times recently. And it's just no fun. So we're just going to shoulders arms, let that one go through the keeper for no run. So 9 dot balls in a row. And as they used to say when I played cricket, more dots than I don't even know. But yeah, we finally get off the mark, but they used to count in the dots. So like I'd open the batting, and I was very conservative, and they'd just count the dots, and they'd be like, that's 19 dots in a row. And it's like, shut the fuck up, bro. But anyway, I wasn't a very aggressive cricketer back in the day. Now I'm a bit better. But we do have a silly mid off and a silly mid on, and this is going to get clipped. Oh no. What has happened there? We have been bowled trying to play a ramp. That wasn't impressive. I am sorry, lads. But we have a chance to redeem ourselves. Hopefully we aren't chasing too many runs here. But I thought that was 3 runs if we just flicked it off our pads. We're 3 for 75, averaging 40.7. And this is a very interesting field. We have a target of 276. And we punch that one down the ground. I am happy to see some pace bowling. And that's the second time of this match we have gotten off the mark with a boundary. So we will claim the small wins where we can. But I think for us to win this, we need to be at our very best. And we have punched that down the ground yet again. And that has sailed away for 4. Thank you, Billy, for signalling that one. And yeah, tell you what, we are going a bit better than the last innings already. We are just going to punch that one for no run. As Marnus would say, no run! But yeah, gosh, I'm fucking cringe. We're only like 5 minutes into the recording as well, and I'm being a menace. My goodness. I've played on twice today. Oh my goodness. How has that happened? This is frustrating. We get rolled for 117. So we are going to do another part to this episode. And my word, that was appalling, that batting. And we're going to pull our finger out because we are not getting a near state selection until we do. So we're back at the toss here of the T20 game against Shepparton. And I hope for a slightly better performance than the most recent one because we are getting quite old here and maybe I need to change selection difficulty just so I can get put up into the higher leagues, but I probably won't. We're going to be batting first and we're going to be in with 16.1 overs down and we're only going at about 7 and over. As we play and miss, that won't be given, you would think, outside leg, as the game is going to show me. It was quite tight, don't get me wrong, but and it definitely was hitting, but just outside leg can't be given out. So Atkins is going alright. He is batting quite slowly though. And I need to stop playing that shot. But anyway, Ludeman coming in and he's bowling a treat here. No run there. So we are dotting it up a bit here. And you hate to see it because we are so badly out of form. I'm just going to come down the wicket. No run. Oh, this is awful. I actually cannot hit the ball to save myself today. Yeah, we're just going to take a single there. I don't care. We're hugging the strike. Perfect result for Shepparton, though, by the way we are batting. Ooh, we're going to come down. We're gonna take this one on. This one is going over. Oh, no. Yeah, it is a controller. It's a new controller. It's see-through as well. That's sort of cool. Anyway. Is it see-through? Yeah, I think so. But we are going to be looking for runs here. And that one is absolutely punched over Fine Legs' head. And that is 6. Bickies to the board. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Nick Blake, you are a star. I think it's a Nick Blake. I'm hoping it is. And we go again. And that's going to be just as big and just as dominant. 2 6s in a row. And if you're going to bowl full tosses on my ankles, I will cart you. Yeah, we're just going to run through here. I reckon I've got a bit of bat on that, but potentially gone by late miss. I haven't. Alright, we're going to come back into our crease here. And we clip that one again over short, fine leg. This is impressive. At least we are making some runs in this innings. We're going to punch it again and just get off strike. Oh, gee. Unlucky, champ. We have absolutely burnt you trying to get off strike. Probably shouldn't have ran that, but well. Not the end of the world. We are trying to push a big score anyway, so we punch that again. Oh, this is going to be a repeat. Oh, I think that's gone. I've just burnt 2 blokes in about 5 seconds there. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just shafting my teammates here. Oh, a medium pacer. We're going to come out again. We are staying out of our crease. I don't care. And that's punched, and that's going to be 4, I think. If it isn't, we're going to run at least a 2. But it is 4. Wave that arm around. And, gee. 160 is a decent enough score, though. No. I thought I was going to get that, and I was already ready to run there. So, nothing on the offside deep. So, we could target out there. But we're just going to punch that down the ground. We're going to milk a 2. No, we're not. Probably could have, but it doesn't really matter. I'm honestly happy to red ink this innings at this point. And the fact I've got to face 2 more balls makes that seem a bit less likely. And we clip that away. I was trying to itch my lip with my mouth in, so I looked like a bit of a spastic. But 26 off 16 is quite the knock, and we could get to 170 plus here with a boundary. And I have smoked that, and I didn't run either. But thankfully, it was not caught. That was the ball to go after, though, and I'm glad I didn't get run out. But we make a quick fire 26 off 17, and you can't be too disheartened by that. And we just need to hope for a big bowling innings, and we do roll them for 100. Riley Casper's 6 for 9 is fucking absurd. He bowled his 4 overs too, thankfully. So he didn't leave anything on the cards, and that is one of the better bowling efforts. So we will make this into another game because, well, we might as well. I want to make some runs today, and yeah, fingers crossed we can. So back at the toss we are. And I tell you what, I really want to get 100 this episode. I'm not going to lie. So we call tails and we win the toss. We bat first, it would be lovely. I will not complain. So please take note. We have chosen to bat. So we're going to be out there 3 for 98 and an average of 39.87. Remember that number because it is going to go up. We're getting a bad bit out of our crease as well. It did work quite well for us in the last game. I'm going to punch that down the ground and we're going to pick up a single. I wanted to, but Creswick on 49, we do want to keep him around as he is quite solid. He does bring up the 50 there as well. And we clip that away, and that's another easy single. And good for the franchise. You can only argue that we are getting slowly better throughout this episode. And Fisher comes on. He's got pretty economical figures so far. And that's no run. I was trying to check if the sound was on in this video, and it is, thankfully. It's weird that it will feel extra cover, a cover point, and then a mid-off. But we are going to look to take him back behind the stumps, but he is just getting me to hit it to the mid-off region, which isn't very fun for me, but we still hold our wicket. Yep, and that's a perfect shot for a perfect player. Put that one in the book, scorers. That is 4 runs. Thank you. Fisher in again here. Where am I carting you this time, champ? It will just be through the square region, and that's going to be another boundary. 8 coming off the first 4 balls of the over, and that run rate is 5.03 now. And we just pull that one away, and that's going to go the distance. That was so well struck that it just beat the square fielder, and you will take that. Oh, no run there. I really wanted the run there. I actually wanted that straight down the line, but it didn't go where I did intend it. And 7 off this Dunkley over as well. So Creswick is joining the aggressive party as well. So we play and miss at the last of the over. And it does get called 1 short, but no wide. And now the spinner of Ward is on. And I do like that juicy gap down at fine leg again. If you are new to the channel, which you wouldn't be if you are halfway through this episode, but it might be 50, oh, might be 90% through this episode. Sorry, I'm having a mind blank there. We don't know when I'm going to go out, but yeah, if you are new, that is my go-to region. So we do clip that away for a single. So 5 off the first 2 balls. Very impressive start. And Creswick does probably need to pick up his rate a bit. I know we have 25 overs to go, so he's got plenty of time to do it. He wouldn't want to give his wicket away here, though. That's the key factor in this game, I think. If he gives that wicket away, we are in a bad position. But if he doesn't, we are looking quite solid. So we're 20 off 12. This is solid. And I like that big gap at the square region. And I have fucked that. Oh, that is a direct hit too. We have run our way into the single, thankfully. But that could have been a lot worse. I really don't like this field either. Yep, we're taking the single there. Just get off strike. I hate the spinners, so let's go. Fisher back in, and I get to face him, which I do like facing him because he is a bit pacier, taking the stumping out of the equation. But we're just going to pull that one away for a single because, well, we might as well. It's a free run to do so. We get our confidence up into the green now. Love it. Yep, and we're just going to punch that one away as well. We have lost a wicket too. So Brian has only been out there for 2 balls, and it wasn't a good loss of the wicket for our boy up the other end. I don't even know his name at this point. My memory is cooked. But we have Fisher steaming in, and we have shanked everything there. Right, so we do need something a bit special here to get to that 300 mark. We clip that one away, and that's going to be 4 biscuits. Thank you again, Fisher, for that gift on the pads. Brian's got a decent clip strike rate wise as well, which is good. I did have a little stutter there. Awesome. And I have top edged that, and that's going to go again 4-4. And that isn't my best shot, but it is 4 runs nonetheless. And you definitely will take those. We punch that one down, and that is going to come off our boy up the other end's pads. And we're just going to pinch a single. So thank you, O'Brien, for letting that one avoid the field. And we have Christie coming on for his first over of the match. Oh, yeah, we're going to run. Oh, no. That was dicey. I shouldn't have ran, but I just did not want to face the spinner. And get back on strike anyway, so it really had no benefit doing that single. Yep, and we just punch that one away. Take that easy single again. 35 off 22 now. And we have a spinner up the other end too. How awesome is this for us? And we clip that one past short fine, and that's gone again. Boundary first ball of the over is very handy to us. 39 off 23 now. And we go again. 4 more, maybe even 6. I don't know. That is 6. Let's get it out of here, boys. Woo! Yeah, that was over-exaggerated. But the point does remain. It's 10 off the start of the over, and we clip that away, and we're going to burn our boy up the other end. O'Brien, I'm sorry, mate. I can't help myself. I didn't want to run myself out, so we didn't in the end, and it's Jack's Bond. So, don't know if you heard that, but that was not great by me. Anyway, we clip that away, and we're just going to pick up another single. So, 5 for 174. We are in a decent enough position, but we do want to start making some runs, especially up the non-striker's end. And that is clipped away, and that's going to be 50. Easy for us. And a 27 ball 50. 8 fours, 1 6, and you love to see it. You really do. So, Ward getting a bit of tap here as we just pick that through covers for a single. And this could be our maiden ton. So, get rowdy, boys. Finally, a seamer. We're going to come down to him. No run. So Dunkley in again. We punch that through covers, and that's going to be a 4, I hope, but it's going to get tapped back in, and that's only going to be a 2. That's disappointing. So I do want to get our energy back up a bit here because it is getting a bit lower. But if they're going to bowl it there, I'm going to clip it away for 4. Thank you, Dunkley, for that gift, and we do appreciate it. This is a longer episode as well. I am glad we have picked up a bit of batting form. And that's going to be punched down the ground and at least a 2. But it's 4. Wave those arms, Kumar Damasena. So we are 39 runs off our maiden ton here, boys. And that's going to make it even closer. Is that 4? It is. Save them, boys. And our run rate is starting to really take a spike in the right direction. We are 14 off the first 5 of this over. And we just play a pull shot to make it 15 from the over. Thank you very much, Dunkley. And that was a nice over for lower plenty. As you can see, our wagon wheel, that is a monstrous 6. But we have been quite leg side dominant. Obviously, you can see the one behind the stumps was the one we mistimed and went over the keeper's head. We're just going to block that one. We might as well just see out the spinners. If he does pitch it on my pads, I will have no choice, though, but to hit it over Fine League's head. But we block the first 2 of the over. We don't really need to go too hard here at Christie. We have our man down the other end, which we are just farming runs off. And that Fine Leg did move slightly to the right, which did allow for the 4. It would have just been stopped if he was in the same spot. And we move into the 70s. And that's another very, very tidy block. So Christie again coming in for his 5th bowl of the over. Just going to shoulders arms to that one. And our stamina is pretty much perfect again. Yep, and we're just going to punch that through covers, and that's going to be a single. Oh, no, it's going to be a 4. I was happy to just take a strike of the Dunkley over. But thankfully, our boy Bond recognised that and took a single off the first ball. No run. That's perfect everything, though, boys. So we have Dunkley 1 for 51 off his 8.2. And Lamont 74 for 41. And we play and miss again, but I'm okay with that. That did go over our head, so it would have been a single if we did make contact for the pull shot we probably should have played. And we punch that one back down the ground. Put him up, hump. That's 6 more to the board. That is huge. 113 meter 6 is wild. We move into the 80s, and I might go again here, boys. And oh, no ball, no ball. I want the free hit. Free hit, baby. Let's go. This one could go anywhere. I'm going to come down even further because we can't get stumped on a Free hit. And we ramp him. That's going all the way for 6. Let's fucking go, boys. Oh, we are on 86. This could be our top score, I think, or near our top score. I don't think we've made it into the 90s as of now. We're not going to take the single there. We will just settle for the non-strike. And that's a huge over for us. And Dunkley back on, so I think now's the time. Now is the time for the ton, boys. Let's get it. And we cut that over cover. Humongous. Dunkley is our little bitch at the moment, boys. And 92 off 47. 2 hits away potentially. We punch that down the ground. Is that going to be 4? Oh, it is. Let's go. The terrible bit of fielding on the rope. And we're only 1 shot of the willow away from that century now. And we punch that down the ground. And I'm not a fan of that because that is going to mean we have to face a spinner to bring it up. But Dunkley been carded all day today. Oh, we get strike again. Thank you for that, Jax Bond. We are on for a monster score potentially here. And we punch that one down the ground. We're going to run it and hope it isn't caught. That century. Let's go, boys. Raise the fucking bat. And that's a no ball. Wow. Let's go. Free hit. There. We got the screenshot for the thumbnail. And this is going to be a very impressive episode. And we have a free hit here, boys. And we clip that down. It's going to be caught on the rope. And I am cool with that. Because it was the free hit, obviously. So he's been taken for 82 off his overs. And Calhoun is now at the crease. But our run rate is sitting at 6 and over now. And we get that past short, fine leg. And is that going to roll away? That isn't. But we could pick up a third. Yeah, we're going to go for it. Probably shouldn't have gone for it. It was a tight run for Calhoun, but we really don't want to face spinners. And Darcy Johnson now on. And I think the seamers are the plate for us. I'm going to come down a bit for him. We punch that down the ground, and it's just going to be a single, boys. Dwayne Johnson. Look at him. Not as jacked as the official Rock, but he does get a wicket there, actually, which is quite disheartening. No run. That could be a wide, and it is. Thankfully caught a free hit. Even better. Let's go down the ground here. Actually, we had no choice but to hook that one, and that's gone out of here too. That's a big free hit. And a costly bit of bowling for the Rock. And we punch that one away. And that's going to be another nurdled single. It's an expensive over 10 coming off the Rock's over. And Leonardo Christie could be the one which we do not want to take on. But we might eventually towards the later overs. We are just going to block and get our energy back up to where we need it. My nose is cooked, boys. And because I've done an uncut episode, I haven't blown it once. So it's getting worse and worse. It's been 30 minutes of recording. But Leonardo Christie bowling a little bit of a treat here, really. Compared to the other bowlers. We are going to punch that one through the covers. Is that going to go? No, it's not. But we're going to pick up the third. No, he's gone my end. We are not running ourselves out there, boys. So a good bit of running still. And we move on to 115. This is an impressive knock and will get the selector's attention. As we just punch that one away for another single. Ooh, this is very good batting though. In a one day as well. Come in a bit of all sorts. We have lost another wicket here as well. Not ideal. But we clip that one over. Fine legs. Gone. And Christie gets the treatment early in his over here, boys. We still have 6 overs. And we could really put on a bit of pressure. No run there. That's a good bit of fielding by Short Fine. We almost got to just hog the strike at this point, boys, as well. And that's huge. That is out of the park, I reckon. Ideal everything. And we have got the run rate over 6.1 and over now. Yep, and we're just going to take that. We've clipped him for 13 in the over. No need for anything silly. Now, double wicket to finish the over wouldn't be great, but we are hoping... Okay, we are not giving up strike again. It will be either a 4 or a 6 or a 2. And the rock gets pounded. And that's over Fine Legs head again. And I guess we're just going to send it at this point. 135 off 65. A very good knock. And we're just going to go hard at it. As we get the short ball, that is going to go again. And this is monumental. We have finally found some touch. And just to confirm, we are not playing on easy. We are still on hard. So it isn't easy batting still. We have been struggling the whole time. And we're not even going to run on that one because, well, we don't want to risk it. The dot ball is good for the rock. So he comes in again. 3 for 69 off his 9.3 so far. And again, getting taken over. Short Fine's head gets us to 291 as a team. And we are so close. We are basically touching the 150 mark, boys. And that's huge. That's another 6. And that's 150. I can't explain this. This is absurd batting by our boy. And he has really picked up the run rate. 125 meter 6. We need to try and get ourselves off strike here. And we clip that away. And that will just be the single. Good finish to the over. And 3 for 80 at the end of his spell, the rock. That's again taken for 23 off his last over. And that wagon wheel is getting quite crazy at this point. Christie coming in. And I'm just going to block the first few. Get my energy back to where it needs to be. And no run there, boys. 200 could very well be on the cards as well. Oh no, I've muffed that. But that is gone for 4. I thought I was going to get caught there. Thankfully, I wasn't. And wow, that is humongous for the team. It means we get over 300 as well, which is a very tough total to chase down. This just has absolutely shattered my previous best batting of like 86, I believe it was. Don't know what the keeper was doing there. He just missed the pill. But we are going to try and just see what we can do here, boys. We are going to try and get off a strike. No, we won't that ball because he is a good fielder in covers. And we have been done there a few times. So we just need to get a single here. Christie has been my pick of the bowlers. My kryptonite, some might say. And we don't end up getting the single we were after. So we're going to play through this over. And we're going to try and pinch the strike. Hopefully he does hit it. We're not going to skip. Because, well, we can't afford to lose our wicket. And that wasn't a good bit of batting. Maybe we'll just skip. We'll just skip and see what happens. Yeah, we did lose the wicket, unfortunately. And we did win. Thankfully, we get man of the match. That is huge. And 200 was well and truly on the cards. Thankfully, though, we didn't get out. And we got the red ink. 156 not out, boys. Just humongous innings for us. And we did only face the 76 balls. That has to be all good for our selection status. You would think our maiden 100 coming in a one-day. We were in a precarious position, I guess. And we're only a fair way off. So that has helped our cases for selection. Anyway, we will end the video here. I'm going to put my big scone on the camera. But if you are new to the channel and want to keep seeing more, be sure to hit the subscribe button up in the corner of your screen there. And be sure to give us a like down below. 1,000 likes on this video will get you a Virat Kohli bat. If you are subscribed and the lucky one drawn out of the hat, until the next one, I will see you in the next video, legends.